The cause for beatification and canonization of Father Theodore Foley was introduced in Rome at the Lateran Palace, May 9th, 2008. Father Foley was Superior General of the Passionists when he died in 1974. He's honored by the Passionists as a holy priest, a quiet, strong leader who sustained his community and others in the Church in the last half of the 20th century. He brought heroic hope to troubled times. Theodore Foley was born and raised in Springfield, Massachusetts, in a devout Irish Catholic family, the first child of Michael and Ellen Bible Foley. His sister Marie was born 3 years after him. Daniel Foley, as he was called then, was a likable and popular boy. He grew up in the north end of Springfield, then a thriving industrial city in America's northeast. He went to Sacred Heart Parochial School and was nourished by the rich religious life in his home and in Sacred Heart Church, one of the city's most beautiful religious buildings. Passionist Priest sometimes preached at Sacred Heart. Weekend retreats at the Passionist Retreat House in West Springfield fostered a desire in young Daniel to enter the Passionists when he was just 14. The Passionists were then a growing Catholic religious community in the American Church, drawing members from the Irish, German, Polish, Slovak, and Italian immigrants who'd come to the country. The Passionists were known for their saints. St. Paul of the Cross, their founder, St. Gabriel, the young Passionist student canonized in 1920. In 1921, American Passionists went as missionaries into Hunan in China. It was a community reaching out to the world. Daniel Foley took the religious name Theodore. He seemed made for the Passionist life.
He was always in good disposition. He was not a moody person at all. And he wasn't one of these people that would, tell you about his great exploits. He's very modest. He never got anything of what Theodore accomplished. He was very quiet in class, very quiet in recreation, and yet he was always there with the smile in the background would break out from time to time. So he was always a delight, but he was, to me, always kind of a mystery. What was going on in the back of that mind that just so quiet, and the face that didn't show much more than smiling. Didn't he ever really get sad or down in spirit? I never caught him in any bad mood. He was always at his best. And I remember one time I was sacristan, and Saturday afternoon was a day of work for us in the sacristy, or whatever your office was. And I had visitors. I had visitors from home, my own family. So when they left, maybe 4:30 in the afternoon, I came into the sacristy with the idea, I have to finish up here and show that I did some work, at least on the weekend. Well, it was all finished. And a little while later, Theodore said to me, I knew you were busy, so I wasn't too busy myself. So I came and I just took care of your office and brought it up to date. Of course, he did it better than I would have done it, too. About his holiness, what virtues stood out? Well, I guess you'd say he was a very humble guy because, he had all this talent and he was very good in his studies, but you never would gather that from ordinary conversation with him. And he certainly was charitable. He was one that was always doing little things for other people. And he had a prayer life that was very, very steady. I was across the choir from him, I think, for almost 8 years. He was on one side, I was on the other. And you'd see him there in that same position, that same expression as you saw him other places. But every once in a while, he'd go into a smile. And maybe at Mass, you'd see a smile on his face. So, you know, that indicated a happy interior. So I hope that what I give today can help his whole cause to move forward, to show that he was really a regular person and yet an extraordinary person. He was different than any of the rest of us, and yet he wasn't as outspoken or as one that would be as evident or, you know, to make himself known, but yet he was so consistent, so solid, so ready to do what the Lord wanted him to do that I'd have to say he was one of the best.
Ordained as a priest in 1940, Father Theodore was sent to Catholic University of America, where he earned a degree in theology, and afterwards he spent 8 years teaching Passionist seminarians.